People often ask me if they should get into the Fate series, and if yes, how? Well, most of the time when I don't feel like giving a 4-hour lecture on the Fate lore and universe, I answer in a very simple way. Shut the fuck up and watch Fate Zero. Just watch it, don't ask any questions, don't listen to the Fate subreddit fanboys, just watch Zero, all the rest is fucking bonus from now on. I believe this anime to be the best way to start and the best way to end this clusterfuck of a franchise. No parallel universe, no visual novel roots, no mobile gacha games, no sexy ass dodgins, just one absolutely splendid anime with one beginning and one end. Basically, a guy named Emiya Kiritsugu, also known as the Mage Killer, is a hitman hired by a family of mages to participate in something called the Holy Grail War, which is basically a big Fortnite game between 7 selected mages who will most likely murder the hell out of each other to be the last one standing. But the winner does not get a victory royale nor a winner chicken dinner. What they get is the Holy Grail, a mysterious artifact that has the ability to grant any wishes. Good or evil, all these mages have their own desire and ideals that makes them seek for the power of the Grail. Each participant fights by invoking a heroic spirit from the past, such as Alexander the Great, King Arthur of the Round Table, and even more crazy shit like that. I mean, this is literally the Super Smash Bros. Of anime. How epic is that? Now, unlike with most of the other Fate, Zero is less of a magical action-focused anime and more of a character-driven psychological drama with a lot of excellent fight scenes in it. Each hero and each master gets some really freaking great character development through some of the coolest dialogue you can find in anime. They all have their own backstories, mindsets and aspirations, which is an absolute delight to behold. No anti-heroes who wants to be good because they're good, and no empty bad guys who wants to be bad because they're bad.
Oh, I'm so bad.
Despite its simple-looking battle royale concept, Fate Zero was easily able to grab him by the chest with its amazing story and characters. Our main character, Kiritsugu, just happened to be one of my favorite protagonists of all time. His psychology, his charisma, his backstory, his mindset, his tactics, all of that combines makes him probably the best anti-hero you can currently find in anime. I mean, every time that guy opens his mouth, I'm instantly fascinated by whatever shit he has to say. Also, if someone tells me one more time that Shield Bro is a great anti-hero, I'm gonna break some ass because that guy is at most a male tsundere. Not the same thing. But let's not forget that the great protagonist would be nothing without a great antagonist. That freaking guy! Kotomine Kire is serving his purpose so perfectly, he deserves a full video just for him explaining how to write a memorable villain. But for real, pay attention to these two guys because they have like the best character dynamic you can find in the whole show. I mean, they spend half of the show just drinking wine while having deep conversation about evil, joy, entertainment while doing more evil stuff. You'll see, these guys just crack me up too much. On the other hand, Saber, who's like the face of the anime, despite her cool looks and cool voice acting, is actually the most immature character of the whole cast. Which is actually not really a bad thing, because this way she contrasts very well with every other character that happens to be much more down-to-earth, smart, charismatic, and every single trait you should be looking for in a great character. Now regarding the action, which is what the franchise has become famous for, don't worry, it's still here and it's still strong. Even back in 2011, Ufotable was already 5 steps ahead of everyone in the game of, wait, this is just an action scene, so why am I crying so much? Even if the fight scenes in Zero are not as crazy flashy as they are in the more recent Fate anime, I believe these fights actually had more brain and beauty to it. Here fights are slower because there is a whole layer of brain play underneath that really elevates the tension to a whole new level. The whole choreography of the fights are fantastic, the scale of the action can really get out of proportion, which is freaking awesome, and all in all, it's just really well done. But I'm not only talking about the action. The whole directing of the show is so damn cinematographic, it is making me lose my mind. During emotional scenes, dark scenes and high tension sequences, sometimes you forget you're even watching an anime because it feels too much like a goddamn movie. You know what else makes you feel like you're in the theater? The goddamn soundtrack, dude! The absolutely epic orchestra will break your house down, the beautiful vocals will send multiple chills down your ass, and it all sounds so damn gorgeous you will definitely get an auditive orgasm. It gets majestic when something beautiful is on screen, it's sad when it's sad, it's epic when it's epic, and it's just really good at multiplying the impact of every emotion you're supposed to feel. Just a quick warning though for anyone who wants to try it out, the 3-episode rule doesn't apply here. The first few episodes are sadly pretty boring because they will smash your brain with as many information as possible to bring you up to date with the Fate lore, and that part was not especially fun. But as soon as this is out of the way, the dialogue slowly becomes more and more attention grabbing until they become straight up more enjoyable than the actual fight scenes. So just bite the bullet for a few episodes, pay attention, and you'll surely see the light of God. I mean, I love everything about this show and I'm really close to call it a masterpiece. Now if I were you, after Fate Zero, I would just stop there and never approach the Fate series ever again in order to stay on that perfect aftertaste. Now if you really insist, you really love Fate Zero, you love the Holy Grail War and you just can't stop begging for more, then you could keep going with Unlimited Blade Works, which is actually the direct sequel. Watch the TV version, not the movie. And after Blade Works, you should watch the Heaven Feels movies, which is not another sequel, but an alternative, darker version of Blade Works where things plays out completely differently. Now I don't think any of these shows are bad, I even think they're kinda nice. Still got a few plot twists, you got so many fights with 5 times more expensive animations, but when you go from this badass hitman with a deep thought process to this incredibly boring ginger child, then the entire show suddenly feels like caca. I mean, even the main leads barely get any development here, and the Holy Grail War feels a bit more like a Pokemon fight tournament now. In my opinion, and my opinion only, Blade Works and Heaven's Fields are overall downgrade with incredible animations. Now if you also learned about Fate through the Dojins, then leave a big fat like, because you and I, we're soulmates of degeneracy. Ring my bell for more of my bullshit, have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you lovely weebs next week.